the NEET results are out, right? It's unbelievable that there'll be so many people who just give up after just one try. It's unfortunate that that the society thinks that it's okay for CAs to give an exam repeatedly, but for the students of engineering or medical, you don't clear in one attempt, you're out. Right?
True.
I don't know why. How should we people start thinking differently to say that don't give up on your dreams even after like one attempt? What do you think of this?
True, I agree. So if you're looking at the doctor to population ratio throughout the world, USA is at almost 2.9 doctors for every 1,000 people, 1,000 citizens.
Yeah.
Similarly, Qatar, I think, has the highest number of doctor to population ratio, that's at 7.7. Even our neighboring
7.7.
Yes, 7.7 doctors for every 1,000 people. Even in a country like China, that has close to about 1.45 billion population, they have a staggering 1.8 doctors for every 1,000 people. Do you know the doctor to population ratio in India? It is less than 1. It is 0.7 doctors for every 1,000 people. Now, this is the kind of prospects it is opening up. If you are actually from India, you have so much prospects to become a doctor, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think most of the parents give up or want the children to give up not because of themselves. I think because of the society pressure, right? They're so much worried about what they'll tell their neighbors, what they'll tell their relatives. Hey, well, my daughter is sitting back and studying for a NEET exam, wasting money. They're worried about that one wasteful year rather than worried about spoiling a career of their children. At CFL we do a lot of PTM, right? And in every PTM, when we prepare for the PTMs, I look at these videos of all the people who have been doing, from Jeff Bezos to anyone I can think of, right? And everyone's, probably in the first or second or third line, the top things they say is do not give up. Failure is the process to succeed. And I see our children and our parents trying to give up after just one attempt. Maybe our parents don't want their children to be great. Sometimes it really hurts me to feel that we want our children to be average. Why is that culture built in that we want them to be averages and not great? Why don't we want our children to create a mark for themselves, find their greatness? I don't know, it just bothers me, why is that,
True, and there are a lot of avenues where a student could do better if they actually think of repeating NEET. Because when you're a student in your 11th or 12th, you actually have to prepare for your board exams, which has all the core subjects along with the languages. You have laboratories, you have assignments to work upon, and then you have to prepare for competitive exams. But if you're dropping 1 year and you want to go to the repeaters program, all you have to do is prepare only for 3 subjects, that is physics, chemistry and biology, and that also pertaining to the NEET curriculum. So you are at an advantage compared to the students who are currently in 11th and 12th, and this gives you a lot of prospects to do better, because since you have all the time in the world now, and you're getting relevant preparation time for it, and then you're getting the relevant study material and guidance for it.
I fail to make parents understand that. See, as if you become a doctor, I know you have to do probably 4-5 years of MBBS and do an MD. By the time you really become a doctor, you're pretty much 30 years old, right? So the advantage is that the older you get, the more you earn. That's true. Whereas as an engineer, the younger you are, and till 40 you earn a lot, and then you stagnate. Unless you climb up the career chain. At 50, pretty much you're looking at retirement as an engineer, right? Whereas as a doctor, you are looking at retirement at, if you're healthy, 80s.
Very true. Very true. And I've also spoken to a lot of students who did not clear NEET in the first attempt, and just because of the societal pressure or the family pressure, they did not want to pursue or attempt NEET once again, and they took up a course just that came along. And now when I talk to them after 2 or 3 years, they regret their decision of not dropping a year and preparing for NEET. Now this is something very alarming is what I feel. Like you rightly pointed out, when it comes to CA, when it comes to UPSC exams, people are not bothered to give 4 or 5 multiple attempts. But when it comes to NEET, there are not a lot of many people who want to take that risk. But taking that sort of a risk is a good bet is what I feel.
So, I've got a lot of cousins in my family who become doctors, right? Once now she had gone to a medical college in Belgaum, and then she went to UK for her studies. I'd gone and visited her, and that day she came home and she said, I have got extremely happy today because I saved a patient who had a heart attack, and without my intervention he would have not survived.
Wow.
So the satisfaction that sometimes that you get in that profession, I know it's a hard life, it's not absolutely an easy life, but the satisfaction you get also is entirely different from the profession, right? So
True.
giving, if my cousin there, if the parents had told her that no, you should not become a doctor and you should become something else, a nurse or an Ayurvedic doctor or any other profession which she didn't want to do. If she wants to do it, that would be totally fine. But if she didn't want to do and she had pushed into that career, I don't think she would have been really happy today,
That's very true, because see, if you want to become a doctor, you're becoming a doctor for life, and dropping one year here is insignificant. If you really are very passionate or ambitious about becoming a doctor, dropping 1 year in the long run is very frivolous, is what I feel.
Yeah. So I think, a lot of the parents who cannot afford a medical private seat, thinking that I have to pay around 8 lakhs a year, or a deemed college university seat like 9.5 lakhs a year, push the children out from medical, saying that, hey, it's too expensive, I don't have the money for it, just choose an alternative profession. What they have to be surprised to know, and when we looked at the data recently, there are colleges with 60,000 fees per annum, right? For that, if you're in Karnataka mainly, or if you're in states like Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, or Kerala, which has got a lot of medical colleges, you have to get around 560, and with 1 year of preparation, honest preparation, I think a lot of students can get around 560. Most of it is in NCERT books. With that, fees over 4 years, 5 years would be like 4 lakhs. And with the stipend they get after in the 5th year, they'll pay it off, right? So giving up because we don't have finances also is not the option right now. When plus, even for that 60,000, if they want to get loans, they'll easily get loans if you get a medical seat now.
Right. And also, I think the students are not ready to commit that for that 1 year. They feel midway they might lose interest and there will be nothing to go back to. And this, I think, scares a lot of students. But if you're really looking forward to becoming a doctor, if that is one thing that you want out of your life, I think you should have the drive within you to sit and study for let's say 5 to 6 hours a day and do that repetitive preparation in terms of problem solving, going through the theory in which you're weak, the areas that you're weak, you start getting stronger at that. And this is the kind of commitment every student has to give. I think at some point they feel, yes, they might lose that interest or the drive within them. And probably that is what is driving a lot of students to not pursue NEET repeaters program.
I think for me, what I think is, parents are really scared that if they sit at home, will they sit back and waste the whole year, So, they have that fear in their minds that my son or daughter is not very disciplined. If I don't push them, they don't study. I think the fear is more on the parents' side. They just don't trust their own children, right? I understand that you cannot teach them, botany, zoology, chemistry, and physics, or math maybe. But you can give them the skills, right? You can give them the discipline skill. You can teach them, give them character, Let's say whatever you're committed to, you have to do. If you give them these skills, you are making them a better child or a better, grown-up person in the future, rather than, worrying about I cannot teach them botany, zoology, The fear should be put aside and the trust should come to the children. And then should say, and you should hold the children accountable and saying that, see, you've committed that you said you'll do the repeaters course. You will, in 1 year, you'll commit and get it. You have to prove it. And one of the things I think when they do the repeaters course, the most thing is find a good place to go. Of course, any place, which is known, which is going to follow up with you and which is going to send you constantly updates whether you're going towards that goal or not, right?
Yes.
So if you don't have that perspective in mind, you have that goal in mind, you have to find a place that will, help you achieve goals. Let's say you say, I want to become a swimming champion, or you want to run the marathon next year. Unless you have a plan, then there's absolutely no point. Right?
Yes. And also in terms of students' perspective, I think it is better to take this risk of dropping 1 year and preparing for it than regretting the decision of not trying at all in the future. Because nobody wants to end up giving up their dreams and just pursuing something mundane or mediocre. So I think students need to take that stand and analyze the risk factor here. Is it worth dropping 1 year and at least having given it a try rather than regretting the decision of not trying at all in the future? I think this is one thing I feel a lot of students should wonder about.
So when I was looking at the videos of Jack Ma, right? So Jack Ma, when is this thing? He looks at, he even applies to police services, right? Because he doesn't get a job, right? So he looks at McDonald's, this thing. And then he applies to, imagine this guy, he applies to Harvard for 10 times. He doesn't get through, right? But imagine his, what that person must be believing, saying, I will prove myself to, from a person who's rejected to the police services, rejected to work in McDonald's, to, creating an empire. That is, the self-belief is very important, right? A lot of students doubt that. Why do you think that? What is happening to students?
I think one of the daunting factors here is a lot of students undergo the peer pressure, family pressure, and when they fail or when they fail to get a good score in these kind of competitive exams, they are still afraid of taking it up because they think they're going to lose again in the upcoming year, even if they're not there, and then they feel that they cannot show their face to the world. And probably the students need to come out of that because that is still a small time to lose out on. Imagine after 10 years down the line, that very student is 30 years old now and he's doing something he does not like. And he will understand just caring for the society won't help. What people think, what people around him think about him does not really make any sense anymore.
If I look at my year right now, this year is gone in a blink of an eye. And if years goes up, the time goes up so fast. All that matters is what you do in that time. Either you want to do something, and maybe students just gives up on, parents says please give up on NEET right now, do an BSc or do anything. I don't know what options they have, maybe do engineering, push them into engineering. Right? A lot of the parents will say, you've not done NEET, take a seat on the case, Karnataka CET or other colleges. It says do your engineering, maybe something else. And child, the parent may be happy that the child is doing it. But in the back of its mind, the parent also will feel that I didn't do my best. I didn't give my child a second chance.
And look from a student's perspective, right? So students feel, okay, if they're dropping completely 1 year and preparing for NEET, it might not be worth it. So there are a lot of students who actually join a pure science course or engineering program and then simultaneously prepare for NEET exam. And as you already know, there are like 3 attempts for NEET. And you see a lot of people from, I'm not trying to be biased here, but you see a lot of North Indians taking risk in this, right? When you come to South India, the number of people who drop a year and prepare for these competitive exams is very less, significantly very less compared to the students in the North India.
That's very true. I was talking to the faculty in KMC, their children are in CFAL. They were saying that the average student who's coming to KMC here is 2 or 3 years older than the students from South India.
Wow.
This is the norm. Like, I don't know why it is, but people from North India, I think preparations are for NEET starts after 12th. Right. They don't prepare. They might give an attempt, but actual preparation starts. Okay, now your real preparation starts.
Yes.
But imagine, right? The parents in South India, they want their board marks. They want everything to happen. I want my 90% in the board. I want my NEET to happen. Please give your engineering exams to, give your KVPY to, give your Olympiads to, everything in 1 year.
Along with the board.
Along with the board marks.
So
imagine how much they're pressurizing the children. Compared to the people in the north.
And coming to, I think, South India, we predominantly look at the security and the safer side of things. So I think that is the predominant reason why a lot of people don't pursue their dreams or like drop a year in this particular case. They don't drop a year and prepare for these exams. But I think it's slightly picked up now since last 2-3 years, since NEET has become the only exam that students can get through to medical colleges. So now people are actually thinking about it, and I think culturally we need to sort of imbibe that mindset within the South Indian society compared to the North Indian society, and I think we will get there eventually. But there is no stigma around it. If you have dropped a year and you want to pursue it, there is no stigma attached to it. You can definitely pursue it, and once you pursue it, even if you fail, at least okay, you might have failed in the eyes of the society, but in your eyes, you have at least given it a try, and that should be satisfying, is what I feel.
We are more concerned about pleasing others than our own friends and family. We take in our friends, our children, our parents, we take them for granted. And the society or somebody else, strangers, is given more importance. And if parents are, not letting the children give an exam again or try for it a second time or a third time, we are saying opinions of my neighbors, my relatives is more important than the feelings of my children. So I think that's what when students and parents are taking this decision, I think they should say, am I trying to take the decision to please others, or doing that decision for the best of my children, for my
And I think from a student's perspective, if you provide a conducive atmosphere for a student where he or she is sitting with people who have actually dropped a year to study, they will have that sort of a peer
Yeah,
group
sure.
and they would be motivated for this. So if you are just
Alone,
thinking-
that becomes
yeah,
difficult, you
Exactly.
know?
Sitting alone at home and preparing might be very demotivating
Yeah.
or daunting at the same time. So it is always better that a student who's planning to drop
Yeah.
a year and study for NEET should find a good peer group.
Yeah.
Maybe through their classes, maybe through online. So
Yes.
online education has come up so significantly.
I think online would be a hindrance because that peer group is not there, right?
Exactly.
So if you know that you have around 3 or 4 students who are preparing on the same goal, they should be at the same level. You know,
Yes.
let's say you're targeting around 550, 560, their ambition should be at the same level.
Yes.
If somebody's happy with 200 and you're at 550, then it's not a peer group,
That
right?
doesn't make any sense. So when you find these people around you also giving it a shot, I think that's when a lot of students would be motivated, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I think if we are able to provide that sort of a conducive atmosphere being in the
Yes.
academic field ourselves, I think most of the students would want to pursue that dream and give it one good shot.
If there is one mindset, that I would like to change is for the parents out there, is that it's okay. Not it's not okay. It's actually the right thing to do to not to forgo your initial your dreams as well for your children. When just because you don't want to be here, they should feel pride. They should feel pride in feeling that I have mentored my child to a person to become a person who never gives up.
Yes, exactly, right? A parent should take pride in it.
Absolutely.
Yes, and from a student's perspective also, they should not think that okay, their friends are moving up just because of that.
Yeah.
They are not.
So they're worried about their friends and their image
Yes.
rather than their own feelings and their own.
True. And I think parents play a big role there. They need to make the student understand it is not the friends who lead your life, help you lead your life later. It is you who has to create your life for your own self. So based on that, if a student is given all these opportunities and facilities, I am very sure a student who's dropped and given it a shot is going to succeed.